We are going to talk about the purpose and benefit of NXSL as part of Appendix 2, ISO 9001 2015 standard. The purpose of ISO 9001 standard. Why do we need this standard? The potential benefit for implementing quality management system based on ISO 9001 2015 standard are consistently provide products and services that meet customer and applicable legal, statutory, and regulatory requirements. ISO standard requires compliance to statutory and regulatory requirement. So when you look into your products and services, relevant requirement, applicable requirement, legal requirement has to be considered. So once you are in conformity with ISO 9001, you are expected to be in conformity in compliance to statutory and regulatory requirement. Facilitating opportunities for enhancing customer satisfaction. See, the whole idea for ISO 9001 standard is that you have developed a system by which you take into consideration of customers' requirements, needs, and expectations. Include those needs and expectations while you are looking at designing the product, while you design the product. Review with the customer whether their requirements are met with or not, and provide the service meeting their needs and expectation. Include or involve the customer in the acceptance of the product and take a feedback. Have a policy towards superior level of customer satisfaction. Analyze their feedback. Take into consideration of what the customer is perceiving you like. And then take those informations. Look at customer complaints and the criticism. Take them as input for audits, management review, and finally improve upon your system. So if you have got a quality management system in place in conformity to ISO 9000 requirement, the whole idea is that you meet customer needs and expectations. Risk-based thinking is one of the central focus of ISO 9001 standard. So when you look at the standard, you are expected to look at the risks and opportunities in quality management system. What kind of product-related risk you may have. So when you are taking up a project, you look at what can go wrong. What are the risks you are operating with? What kind of executional risk can be there? What kind of ambiguous requirement which can lead to a problem? What kind of commitment you are making and whether you can comply with those requirements or not? All these things, in case of something going wrong with the product quality, how your reputation, how your company finances, how your company's future business and existence will be impacted. So these requires you to have an understanding and assessment of risk, not only risk, opportunity as well. Determining the conformity to QMS requirement. You are looking at quality management system requirement. What all requirement of management system you have considered while developing your system in accordance with ISO 9001 standard. And also certain things not specified in the standard, but your organization considered them as necessary for you to comply with them. So there are additional requirements that you have decided so you can demonstrate conformity to those requirements. Benefits. There are internal benefits and external benefits. Internal benefits are product improvement, repair, rework should reduce. You should have a reduced level of repair, rework. Rework is a huge cost. Rejection is a huge cost. So it costs you a lot of money that you don't see. These are hidden costs. So you save a lot of costs, which adds to your benefit, which adds to your bottom line and profitability of the company. So ISO has got internal benefits and external benefits. We look at some of the internal and external benefits. Internal benefits, control process. You are supposed to have better control and grip on the processes because ISO standard talks about process approach. So you look at inputs, look at the controls exercised on the inputs, activities and the sequential, logical sequence of activities. Output is expected to be right if the inputs are right, if the activities are right, if the controls are right. So you have got better control on the processes. Best practices that you follow will definitely reduce your risk. Less rework and rejection talked about. Greater profit, of course, if you reduce your rejection, rework, and also waste reduction, that is going to add to your profitability. Greater employee morale. Today, I doubt whether any employee in an organization will feel good, even proud to say, no, our company does not follow international best practices. We don't have ISO 9000 standard, unfortunately. You feel possibly low. The reason is not that ISO gives you a tagline. It brings kind of a pride that we follow international best practices. We manage our system in accordance with international best practices. External benefits, of course, is a better corporate image. You feel proud that your organization meets with international best practices, does its business in accordance with best practices in the world. ISO standard is nothing but collection of best practices followed by the role model companies over decades or possibly centuries. Greater customer confidence. The moment you say that we follow ISO standard, it gives an impression, an immediate confidence in minds of the customer that this is a company that you can deal with because they have got ISO certification, they have got accredited certification, which adds value and credential to the organization. So definitely, this confidence brings more business opportunities, gives greater stakeholders confidence, the investors, the suppliers, the employees, everyone feels confident that the organization is a well-placed organization. I'm going to share this screen, which is record performance of 373 ISO certified companies over non-certified companies in US over 10 years. This study was done by University of Maryland together with two other universities. Look at the results. Machinery and equipment, electrical and electronics, and chemical industries. These are three broad categories of industry that 373 companies they've analyzed. Look at the figures. Blue bars are profit. The red is sales growth or decline, whatever we'll see, and the amber color is for cost. So what you see for each type of organization, profitability has grown, and it is about 38% to 55% approximately. In each sector, even in chemical sector, approximately 12-13% profit they have grown. So each type of organizations recorded higher profitability. Each type of organization has greater sales. You can see the sales percentage of growth. One stunning observation is the profitability is considerably higher than the sales growth. There's a very interesting reason that you reduce the cost. If you reduce the cost and repair, so with lesser sale also, you can make greater profit. And see the cost. For every case, cost has reduced. So a better optimized system will ensure that you reduce your cost, reduce your repair, reduce the rejection, and possibly even improve design, improve system, a lean system, or things like that, which will ensure that your profitability will grow, the cost will reduce, the sales will grow. So this is a very stunning observation, and this speaks in volume that ISO certification really works.